Hello student. Now today in this session of class 11 business studies, we will be going to discuss about the various documents which we are supposed to prepare at the time of the formation of the company. So the main documents which are to be prepared at the time of the formation of company are memorandum of association, article of association and the prospectus. These are the three major documents which the company has to prepare. Okay. So first we will be discussing about the memorandum of association. Memorandum of association, it is the main charter of the company or the main document of the company. Okay, what does this document include? This document include the following subject matter. Name clause. It is the clause which is related with the name of the company. When we are talking about the public company, the word limited should be used, and when we are talking about the private company, the word private limited should be used after the name of the companies, and the name of the company should be in accordance with the law. That means whatever precautions you have to take related with the keeping of the name as suggested by the registrar of the company or the law, those things should be kept in mind while keeping the name of the company. That means the name should not resemble with any other company's name. Okay, the name should not be already registered by some other producer or the manufacturer, and the name should not be of such kind which represents some of the monarchy, okay, kingship, or related with the government departments. Then comes situation clause. The situation clause is related with the concept, that is the office of the company, where it is to be registered, the state in which it is to be registered, and then the name of the various other branches where the company will start the business. So the name and the address of the places where you will be doing your business activity, where the books of accounts will be prepared, where the auditing or the inspection of the books of accounts can take place. So all these things are coming in the category of the situation clause. Then comes the liability clause. Another concept that is related with the memorandum of association, the clause which we have to mention, that is the liability clause. What will be the liability of the members? Whether the company is limited by guarantee or limited by shares. Okay, what are the liabilities of the directors or the other executive members? Each and everything should be clearly mentioned. Then comes capital clause. In this capital clause, we have to mention the authorized capital of the company. The authorized capital of the company divided into how many number of shares, whether it is a preference share, equity share, what is the price of one share. So all these details related with the company should be mentioned. Okay. So this is the clause which is related with capital. In that there are breakups also. The authorized capital of the company, issued capital of the company, what is the called up capital of the company, what is the paid up share capital of the company. All these things should be mentioned there. Okay. Then comes the association clause. The association means the various signatories of the memorandum of association, they want to form a particular company. So they should give the undertaking that they want to work together. They have purchased the qualification shares of the company, they have paid the necessary amount. All these things should come in the association clause. Now one more clause, that is the last clause that is related with this concept, that is the object clause, the most important. What are the objectives of the company? Why you have established your company? So the company should be established with the objective of earning the money, serving the society, for doing any legal form of business. No fraudulent trade activity, no fraud, invalid business, illegal business can be done in any form of company. So these are some of the clause which we have to mention while preparing the memorandum of association. Okay. Now the second important document, that is related with article of association. In memorandum of association, what we have seen, that it defines the objectives of the company, that what is to be done, and in article of association it says that how it is to be done. So article of association is basically a document of the company which is related with the rules and the regulations of the company. Okay, which is related with the basic concept of the company, that what is the business of the company, how many types of categories of shares are there in the company, then the rights of the shareholders, participations of the shareholders, whether you will be allowed the transfer of the shares or not, transmission of shares or will take place or not, then how we can surrender the shares, okay, what are the share certificates, share warrants, any other documents related with the company, how we can convert the shares into stock, कैसे convert किया जा सकता है, then the borrowing power of the company, the issuing powers of the company related with the debentures of the company, then how we can alter the reduction in the capital, number of qualifications, appointment, remuneration and the powers of the directors, then dividend to be paid, final dividend, general reserve to be transferred from the profit. All these are the various types of informations which helps you in the routine running of your business. So article of association mainly discuss all these things which are related with the bylaws of the company. That is the rules and regulations which you are supposed to follow for running the company. Then the last document, that is related with the prospectus. What is prospectus? Prospectus is another important document of the company. In this document what you are mentioning, this is the document which is mentioning in detail the various type of informations related with the company. Because the prospectus, it is that form of document which we are preparing in order to invite the public for subscribing the shares or the debentures of the company. So when we are giving any invitation to the public to subscribe for shares or debenture, that means to invest the money in the company. So what is needed by those investors? They need each and every information in a detailed manner related with the company, so that they can go through all the information and then only they will be able to take their decisions. Some of the basic information what we have to include are related with the name and the address of the company, okay, nature of the business of the company, then the name and the address of the directors or the managing directors of the company, then what is the time of opening of the subscription and the closing of the subscription, how many types of shares are there in the company, what is the capital of the company, okay, now whether the voters will have the right, the shareholders will have the voting rights or not, in what condition they can make the use of their rights, how the profits will be divided or how the dividend will take place, what are the various types of reports which are to be presented by the company in front of the members of the company. So these are various types of information which you have to give in your prospectus, and by going through this information only the investor can take the decision that whether they have to invest the money in the company or not. If this prospectus is not prepared by the company, so before the registration of the company, what the company has to do, they have to issue a statement in lieu of prospectus. That is, one statement should be prepared, not in a printed form, okay. It can be prepared in the written form, It is not compulsory that it should be a printed form, printed format. It can be directly in the form of the statements on a piece of paper or on the plain papers, that what you want to show in your prospectus, all the informations you have to mention in that statement in view of prospectus, and you have to submit that in the registrar of the company office. Okay, unless and until your prospectus is prepared, by that time period the statement in view of prospectus can do that work for you, which will be done by the prospectus also. So these are some of the important documents of the company. Now after going through these important documents of the company, we can find out the various points of differences between the memorandum of association and article of association. तो कुछ difference की बातें भी कर ली जाए. Memorandum of association is the main charter of the company. Okay, it is the main document of the company. An article of association is the secondary document of the company. These are the bylaws of the company. Okay, memorandum, it laid down the objectives of the company. An article, it lays down that how we have to achieve those objectives. Okay, the memorandum of association, it creates a relationship between the company and the outsiders. But article of association, it creates the relationship between the company, okay, and the members, that is the inside members. All those acts of the company which are beyond the limit of the memorandums are strictly void, okay, absolutely void. You will not be in the position to do any such thing which is not recorded in the memorandum of association. Act done beyond the limit of the article are simply irregular. You can do certain acts which you have not mentioned in the article of association, because it depends on the nature and the circumstances. Okay? Being the main charter of the company, the memorandum is superior to all the other documents of the company. Okay, and the article is the second important document of the company. The clause which are mentioned in the memorandum of association cannot be altered, but we can make the alteration in the rules and the regulations which are written in the article of association. The memorandum clause can be altered only with the permission of the court. Court से permission लेनी पड़ती है आपको उसके लिए, because the whole objective of the business will change. Then every company has to file the memorandum of association. It is necessary, but it is not compulsory for the public company to file the article of association. Public company के लिए article of association file करना जरूरी नहीं है. They can make the use of the rules and the regulations which are recorded in table F of the Companies Act. So these were some of the points of differences which we have discussed between memorandum and article. So today in this session we have discussed about the three main documents of the company and the difference between memorandum and article of association. Hope this discussion will be fruitful to you. Thank you and have a nice day.